Hey guys, I'm Avail back again with another video. This time it is again the camera comparison between M51 and this Pixel 4a. In the previous video, what we did, we compared the night photography and we found that Pixel 4a was the clear winner. So in this video, let's check on the daytime photography or the daylight photography, and we'll see that if Samsung M51 can give any competition to this one. Okay, so before we start, if you're new to my channel and if you end up liking what I do in my videos and what you see in my videos, then do hit the subscribe button to help me to build our channel and to watch more videos. Okay, so let's get started, but don't forget to subscribe. So let's check on the samples and we'll see that which one is doing better, whether it is the Pixel 4a or the Samsung M51. So let's start with some indoor selfies. Here you can see that the photo from M51 is looking sharper compared to the photo from Pixel 4a. And the Pixel 4a is having a really natural looking skin tone, whereas the M51 is having a bit of artificial looking, skin tone. Here again you can see that you may say that it is looking better than the Pixel 4a, but the natural colors can be seen in the photo from Pixel 4a. Now let's switch to outdoor. Now here things change a bit, because if you see the photo from M51, it is having better details, better depth effect, whereas the Pixel 4a is looking a bit dull. But yes, the color reproduction and the skin tone, they are really natural in the photo from Pixel 4a, whereas the M51 is having better dynamic range, and overall picture quality is looking better, though the colors are a bit oversaturated. So it is a bit I can say personal preference. So I can say the M51 is better if you prefer oversaturated colors. When it comes to HDR photos, both are really good according to me, but obviously you will see that the overall image quality is better if you prefer really natural looking colors and if you prefer details over the oversaturated colors in the photo from M51. Here again you can see that the photo from M51 may look better, okay, but overall details, the contrast, or exposure, everything is better in the photo from Pixel 4a according to me. Here again the overall exposure is better in the photo from Pixel 4a. But yes, sometimes M51 produces more eye-catchy images according to me, but this is personal preference. So if you prefer really natural looking colors and if you don't want to adjust your camera, then Pixel 4a is the winner here if you want to take a better looking HDR photos. So you let me know your observations. Now if you want to take macro shots, then M51 is the clear winner because it is having a dedicated macro lens, whereas the Pixel 4a doesn't have it. So what happens if the camera setup is having a macro lens? That means it can move closer to the object and capture more details, whereas the Pixel 4a struggles to do that. Let me show you this. If you move closer using the simple single camera without this macro lens, then it blurs the image and you cannot capture more details like you can see in the photo from M51. So in terms of macro camera setup, M51 is the clear winner. Another advantage that M51 has over Pixel 4a, that is the wide angle sensor, because it works pretty well. I have seen that in many other devices it is just a kind of gimmick and it doesn't work, but in this case M51 produces really good looking wide angle pictures. So if you prefer taking macro shots and wide angle pictures, then M51 would be a better choice compared to Pixel 4a according to me. Let me know your views. When it comes to portrait shots, Pixel 4a is way ahead of M51 because the overall depth effect, the color reproduction, the details, it's they are far better than this M51. M51 is also good, but if you compare the images from M51 with the Pixel 4a, then it's not that good. Another thing, that if you're having M51 and you want to take portrait shots, then while focusing on the object, that's a terrible thing. It struggles a lot while focusing. Let me show you one example. While taking these photos, I was struggling a lot on M51, whereas Pixel 4a it's fantastic while focusing on the objects. Let me show you another example. These flowers, these are having really fine particles, right? But still Pixel 4a did a really wonderful job. You don't have to struggle, you just have to point the camera and on the object and you can take the photos, whereas M51 struggles a lot while focusing on the object. It is not like that it struggles every time while taking portrait shots. M51 struggles. to focus on objects. Now guys, according to me, portrait shots are far better on the Pixel 4a. Now, overall camera performance, right? Now I can tell you that Pixel 4a is better, okay, in terms of overall image, processing. The Gcam is way ahead of Samsung's app. And if you prefer, night photography, let me show you this. So then you just go with Pixel 4a. Now guys, you let me know your opinions in the comments, and according to me, Pixel 4a is the winner in terms of overall camera performance. But you let me know your opinions in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe guys.